and all. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Michaela Smith Campbell, the fashion designer and founder of the fashion design brand MACK Smith, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I am super excited once again because I am going to be discussing the 5 most expensive luxury fashion design brands today. If you guys have been following my channel, you guys know how much I love to talk about everything fashion, whether it's style, whether it's business of fashion, or just news that's been going on in the fashion industry. If you guys have been following me for a while now, you'll see in my past videos how much I talk about thrifting and secondhand shopping and sustainable fashion. I love talking about fashion on all tiers for different price ranges, starting from thrift. If you guys have been following me for a while now, you guys know that I love thrifting. I love secondhand and all vintage shopping in general, and I have done a lot of thrift hauls before, and I just love talking about sustainable fashion and how it benefits not only us but our society and our world. I honestly love shopping at places like Zara. You know, I always recommend shopping thrift first. Sometimes I go to stores such as Zara, Mango, Aritzia for great quality pieces that I can't always find myself in thrift stores. And you know, I honestly love looking at all different levels spectrum for price ranges of fashion. And I honestly like luxury fashion too, you guys. I love looking at what's trending, what's on the runways. I've always talked about, you know, best dressed looks and who's wearing the haute couture designer looks on the red carpet. If you guys also have been watching my past videos on best dressed looks, I always talk about what's trending on the red carpet and just like the fashion week's trend on these designers. And some of these designers that I mentioned before in my other videos, I will be talking about today. So yeah, let's get into this video. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 most expensive luxury designer brands and the way I judge the designer brands. And by the way, you guys, I am no professional expert. This is just in my own personal research and things that I have been looking at for all, you know, luxury brands. And I'm judging this based on the most expensive items sold and their price ranges too. I've always wondered like what the top most 5 luxury brands are, because we all know luxury is very expensive, mainly because of the experience, the packaging, the quality, the design, and not only that, the craftsmanship. And a lot of these designers have so many years and they hire design teams, they hire engineers and so many different people who have years and years of craftsmanship to build that one product. So of course, because it's luxury, you're gonna be paying for a lot more because of so many background effects such as those. Or in a luxury store, you know, just the look of the store, you're paying for the experience, you're paying for the service, and just so much more than just the actual product itself, such as a bag. So yeah, let's get into this video. So the first luxury design brand, and these are in no order either, but the first luxury design brand that is on this list is Louis Vuitton. Of course, if you guys look on their website, their cheapest item that sells are their fragrances at $280. And the most expensive item that has ever been sold at Louis Vuitton was a Stave teddy bear, which was valued at $2.1 million. So if you guys, and I'll also add pictures too, so you guys get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. The reason why this item was so expensive, it's literally just a teddy bear. However, its fur was incorporated with real gold, and the eyes of the teddy bear toy stuffed animal had actually real sapphires and real diamonds at it, obviously adding to the value of $2.1 million. So of course, if you have that kind of money, I mean, so be it. There are some people who have that kind of money, and some people, honestly, they find it as an investment. You know, in the next few years, 10 years, 20 years down the line, it might be valued at more than just $2.1 million. But hey, I mean, if you have it, why not? The next item that was sold at Louis Vuitton as the most expensive item was a Louis Vuitton urban satchel that sold for $150,000. And this urban satchel was decorated with recycled water bottles and chewing gum in 2008. And if you guys see in the picture, it literally just looks like a bag of garbage. But I mean, I guess that's the beauty behind it. And there was an auction for this and the bidding war. And whoever paid for it, you know, maybe got their money's worth. And again, you know, it might be valued at more than $150,000 today than it did when it first sold in 2008. Okay, you guys, so the next in the top 5 list for the most expensive luxury design brands in the world for fashion is the French designer Christian Dior. So I really love, I love Christian Dior. I love, the dresses and the fragrances. I feel like that's what they're most known for. Yeah, this had to be on my list for sure. So the cheapest thing on their website was their roll-on perfume valued at $49, travel size. And, of course, it's $49, but for a roll-on perfume for a designer brand, that's not too bad. And besides just fragrances, their next cheapest thing was the Mitzvah scarf valued at $250. It was real silk, and of course, it's a designer brand label on top of it. But yeah, that's $250, so that gives you a general realm. And the most expensive thing that they sold was a Christian Dior haute couture chartreuse gown worn by Nicole Kidman that sold for $2 million. This gown was designed by John Galliano, which was their creative director at the time. And this was worn by Nicole Kidman in the 1997 Oscars. The Smithsonian Institution calls it the most influential Oscar dress of all time. This was a chino serre chartreuse dress. So this is a pure silk dress, and it was lined with mink fur on the trim of the dress, as you guys can see in the picture. And this was really an important moment in fashion history for Dior, especially as John Galliano was just appointed the creative director for Dior around this time, and this was one of his first pieces that he displayed on a celebrity and such a big night. And this was definitely monumental. I mean, a mink-lined trimmed dress on a red carpet. Nicole Kidman, that was, it looked really nice. Nicole Kidman, she was a rising and huge actress at that time. And I think this was definitely a monumental moment for sure. I mean, it's valued at $2 million at auction. And just the embroidery of that whole gown, which is so beautiful. It was delicate, and it was such a pretty, nice, like seaweed green color too, which I liked. It was very bold because I feel like a lot of people usually stray away from that green color, but that reflection and like that satin kind of look of a tone hue color on the red carpet, I think blended really beautifully. So the next high valued item that was sold at Dior was the 1968 silver encrusted evening wear gown worn by Elizabeth Taylor that was sold at auction in 2011 for $362,000. And this also came with the matching bag too, originally selling for $5,000, but because there was a bidding war plus commission, so it ended up selling for over $300,000. And of course, it's a piece of memorabilia that Elizabeth Taylor herself has worn in her prime time especially. And it's 1968, so over the years, fashion is really such a, especially luxury items and branded items are such an investment. A lot of people do definitely love to invest in iconic pieces like that, like memorabilia, because in the next 10, 50 years, it might be 3 times or more at a value price. Next up, I think when we think of luxury, I definitely had to add this, and it's the French house Hermes. And when I think of Hermes, I always go right to their Birken bags. Their Birken bags can range from $40,000 to $500,000 on average, but this one in particular sold for $2 million. And this is the Hermes Kelly Rose Gold bag. And this is definitely an iconic bag. Just a Birken bag. I feel like everyone who has money definitely has to have an Hermes Birken bag. I think it's such a classic silhouette piece and staple that Hermes is known for. And this bag is actually followed behind another bag. The most expensive bag in the world ever sold was actually from a luxury jewelry house called Moad. And it was the Moad 1001 Knight's diamond purse that was made strictly of diamonds, and it was valued at $3.8 million. So this Moad 101 Diamonds Knight purse isn't on my list for the top most luxury the top 5 most luxury fashion design brands, because it's just solely a jewelry brand, a luxury jewelry brand. It's not fashion design. And when I say fashion design, I mean actual garments, bags, and shoes, not so much jewelry. This site is strictly luxury jewelry, and that was the most expensive bag sold, 3.8 million. But this Hermes rose gold bag was right behind it as the second most expensive bag in the world. This bag specifically, what also makes it so special is that it's actually not made out of leather. So it's completely solid rose gold, and it was created to look like crocodile leather, and the flat closure on it does actually work. Although the bag is a bit small to hold a pair of sunglasses, and it actually took 2 years to create this bag, which makes it even more exclusive and special as well. So this Hermes Kelly Rose Gold bag was in collaboration with a jeweler and shoe designer by Pierre Hardy, and this is strictly made out of solid rose gold dotted with a total of 1,160 diamonds in it. So of course, when you think of, diamonds and rose gold, I mean, of course, it's going to be valued at around $2 million, the second most expensive luxury handbag in the world. I think it's a beautiful bag, beautiful color, and, it is very exquisite and it's very exclusive. There's no other bag made with such, this, not silhouette, style, design, and craftsmanship in the world. And I love Hermes because they really do, even though they do repeat the same silhouette of a Hermes, every single Hermes bag is different, whether it's the fabric, texture, color, even little details such as the stitching may be different, the brass hardware may be slightly different, just little details like that make every single Hermes bag different. That's why it's so expensive, because the exclusivity of it, it's just very, very special. And I definitely do think that they definitely deserve placing in this list as the most expensive luxury items, because, their handbags are just literally make what they're known for. And I definitely think that their handbags, just craftsmanship and history of it, are so important. The next luxury brand in the top 5 most expensive fashion design luxury brands in the world is the fashion designer YSL. And after researching their website, the cheapest thing on their website are their sunglasses, which are around $300. And their most expensive item is their Ysl Sunflower Jacket. And this is a limited edition. They only produce 4 of these jackets in the world. And this was hand embroidered. And it was a tribute to the artist Vince Van Gogh. And it was valued at auction for $382,000. Of course, when you do tributes to artists or legends or people of late that have recently passed and they're one of a kind and they are monumental, it's going to be valued at a more higher price. And not only that, it is a limited edition, and the fact that they produce only 4 of these and hand embroidered the sunflowers, it just makes it that even more unique and special. And the second item that they do sell, which is very expensive, their opium perfumes, which was valued at $175 per ounce. Last but certainly not least, we have the designer fashion house Oscar de la Renta. After doing much research on their website, the cheapest item was a floral silk scarf that was valued at $490, and their perfumes for actual fragrances is around $85 and up. So the most expensive item that they have sold is an off-the-shoulder wedding dress by Amal Clooney, and it was adorned with hand-embroidered pearls and French lace. And this, you guys, valued at $380,000. And of course, just looking at this dress, I mean, we can see the French lace. It was authentic French lace. So this wedding dress was the last wedding dress that the late designer Oscar de la Renta created before he passed away. And it gained so much notoriety that it was also temporarily featured at the Oscar de la Renta exhibit at the Museum of Fine Arts. And I think this is such a beautiful, it's a classic gown, it's a classic dress. It's one of the most 10 expensive wedding dresses of all time too. And of course, when you have that kind of money, you can spend whatever you want. I mean, they're wedding themselves with $4.6 million. Of course, you know, she was gonna get a dress at this price with no hesitation, and I think it was beautiful. It was so simplistic, it was classic, and it was just a floral lace that just really trimmed her upper body well and just gathered out and had a beautiful train to it. It was very simple, classic, and just so classic. And I think that was a beauty of this gown, how classic it was, and just looking at the pearls and the French lace just really added such a nice touch to it. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video today. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I talk about all things fashion and design. And give this video a thumbs up too if you are watching it by now till the end. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!